Disney has released their animated Star Wars series Tales of the Underworld, and I thought it was okay. 3 episodes focus on former assassin and bounty hunter Asajj Ventress as she's given a new chance at life and must go on the run with an unexpected new ally. The other 3 episodes focus on the outlaw Cad Bane as he faces his past when he confronts an old friend who is now on the opposite side of the law. And these storylines were interesting in and of themselves, but they both felt extremely predictable and frustratingly drawn out. Now, I don't mind a little predictability. This is an animated spin-off of the Clone Wars after all, but I do think it's a shame that the series decided to tell 2 stories that felt underwhelmingly safe, especially considering how surprisingly dark and mature Tales of the Empire turned out to be. That was the first Star Wars project to even feature blood since the original movie, which may sound rather insignificant, but I enjoyed how that series wasn't afraid to push the boundaries of what can be shown in an animated Star Wars series. And since this series is centered around 2 iconic villains from the galaxy's dangerous Underworld, I was disappointed with how surprisingly tame these 2 stories really felt. The fact that there are only 2 stories is also a disappointment to me, because Tales of the Jedi also focuses on 2 separate characters, but the 6 episodes all tell distinctive stories that stand on their own. They may all be loosely connected, but they also feel like individual short films. By comparison, Tales of the Underworld feels like it only features 2 different episodes that have been chopped up and forced to be spread out over the course of 6 episodes. So the episodes in Tales of the Underworld don't stand on their own as strongly as the episodes from Tales of the Jedi, which isn't to say that they're bad. I just think that this made the 2 stories being told feel unnecessarily drawn out. But how does the series hold up without being compared to anything else? Still pretty okay, I guess. Aside from 2 big spoilery revelations, there's not much here to flesh out the characters of Asajj Ventress or Cad Bane in any interesting way. But I did like those 2 big revelations, so spoilers if you have yet to watch this series, but the first episode does confirm that Asajj Ventress did die during the events of Dark Disciple. She was merely brought back to life due to Night Sister magic. So while her initial return in The Bad Batch did cause some confusion, fans of Dark Disciple no longer have to worry about the book's canonicity. Then, the final episode reveals that Cad Bane actually has a son. An estranged one, sure, but a son nonetheless. So while I wasn't so engaged with this series specifically, I am curious to see how Asajj's return and Cad Bane's son will end up affecting the Star Wars universe moving forward. And I still like the idea of this show conceptually, so I'm still looking forward to seeing more Tales of series in the future. Whether that be Tales of the Smugglers, Tales of the Rebellion, Tales of the New Republic, or even Tales of the Resistance. As someone who believes that the sequel trilogy could use some fleshing out, I personally would love to see that last one, especially since it could force Lucasfilm Animation to create some new character models and focus on an entirely different era in the Star Wars timeline. But regardless of whatever may happen in the future, I can't deny that I was still disappointed with this series overall. But while it may be predictably safe and a little drawn out, that doesn't stop the show from being fun and enjoyable. So despite all of my issues with it, Tales of the Underworld would still get a mild recommendation from me. And I appreciate anyone who took the time to hear my thoughts on this series, so as always, thanks for watching.